All right. Let me get out of this play. All right. Working on a blitz. All right. So the first thing I want to do is when you're dealing with match defenses. Usually you don't want someone to try to exploit you, five route you or whatever with crossers. Too many crossers, really. Like if they just, sometimes they might same field cross. It can kind of leave you exposed sometimes vertically. But for the most part, like if you pay attention to what you're going up against, like if people, don't really go through all the times to set up all the hot routes just to beat your match principles, usually you got a fair advantage against your opponent. So I'm just going to kind of show you like various situations. Like obviously in the 4-3 under, you're going to want to load the box. So I do come out in a safety drop defense, and what it's going to do is just going to bring the safety in the box, as opposed to the 4-3 over that I ran last year, where the safety drop would bring the safety outside the box. So it wasn't necessarily going to be great at stopping inside runs. But this year, 4-3 under is definitely going to be something that you're going to want to use to stop those pesky little inside runs. But what you're going to do, it took me a while to kind of get this. I've been sitting here looking at videos and really just trying to get an established identity for what you need at each position. So I'm going to go ahead and just audible through some of the cadences. This is going to be one of my blitzes that I'm working on, and this is going to be from the cover 2 Sam blitz. Okay. And I just want to kind of break it down and show you how match principles work. Okay, so the only thing that I'm going to do in this defense is I'm going to crash the D line to the Leo side. Knowing who your Leo is very important, just as knowing who your Sam Otto is. Okay, Otto is too close to the line. All right, you got to move him out. So we got options. We can spread the linebackers, kind of get him out wide a little bit. All right. So the next thing that we're doing is we're going to have versatility. Now we can do this with the safety, or we can do this with the linebacker. It really depends. But we're really just going to be responsible for kind of shooting that gap. The way the nose tackle is lined up in that one technique, I can move him over and play to zero, but he's playing off the center, so he's going to force a double team. Okay. It's either going to force that guard to come in, or that guard's going to have to kind of play a little bit outside to defend that 4 technique. Okay, so what that's going to do is going to open that A gap up without us really having to do too much. Okay, so we got the Sam being the wide 9, playing the 9 tech. Then we got the Leo over there playing the 6 tech. Then we have the 3 tech and the 1 tech and the 4 tech. Okay, so just gonna kind of run it through, and then just look how that just opens up, and look how the match coverages just plays down on it. Okay, gonna slow it down for you fellas a little bit. Really not too many places that he's gonna be able to go to the ball. I know there are some deep routes in this. If you kind of look at it, if you look over there at Ruggs, initially yes, we do give up the flat, but he's still in his drop back cadence. And what's going to happen is, in this match coverage, is it's man first, drop to zone, right? It's going to pass off the route to the next guy. Okay, so even though this guy's in a deep half, he's not necessarily going to be in a deep half. It's just one receiver coming his way. He's going to play that receiver. Okay, so he's just passing it off to defend. Okay, same thing if you go over this side. The outside receiver in a cover 2 sink, if there ain't nothing over there to make him you really bite down too early, what he's going to do, he's going to stay with him in man. He jumps down to the flat route, that's fine. He's coming inside, so he's just playing the flat and dropping back to kind of taking that route away. So all you're doing when you're playing match coverage is just a pass off defense. Okay, it's not like a traditional cover 2 where they just only play a zone. And what's going to happen here, like I said, he's probably going to get covered and he's just going to pass it off to the safety over the top. Okay. I could have defended this, but I chose to rush. As you can see, I'm in the backfield already on the quarterback before he can even turn around. Okay, so kind of go back through each position on the D-line. We got Max Crosby over here, Leo off the edge, because I got him rushing out wide. He initially takes a chip block by the tight end, and that's fine. That tight end isn't there. It's fine. Definitely all these guys gotta get, hold their guy up, and that's fine. Sometimes you're not necessarily going to get through like you want, but the chip block does slow the receiver down just enough to where he can't necessarily go straight to the flat and make this guy over here bite down a lot sooner. So I mean, sometimes it works in your favor if your guy, your Leo or whatever, doesn't necessarily get through. It's okay. He's just doing his job. He laid the chip, and as you can kind of see, we were able to get through with our Mike linebacker untouched. Okay, so just kind of what's up, Mike? Kind of go through it again. Just audible down to the Sam Blitz 2. Take your D line, crash to the left. You can take your linebackers and move them around a little bit. Spread your linebackers. That way you got your Sam outside, and you can just sit right here. You can pass commit if you need to, and then just, if that gap is there, if it's not, you just drop back and play coverage. Okay. Really want to make sure that your Mike is strong enough to where he can shed. If you're in a nickel defense and you're using a safety, more often than not, a safety is not going to be strong enough to get off that block. Okay, linebackers, they're strong enough to get off the block. I'm just going to kind of show it again. I get blocked, but because I'm using a linebacker, I'm able to get off the block and go back into coverage. So like I said, if you're using a safety, you're not going to be able to do that if you're trying to, force a rush or whatever. You're not going to be able to shed off of them. You're not going to really be able to do anything. But as you can see, the match coverage, how it plays off the edge. Remember, I said man first, zone second. Okay, he's going to play his guy man coverage until a route decides is going to cut underneath. Okay, if he's max protecting, what's going to happen is he's going to stick with this guy all the way through his route. Okay, and that's fine. If they start max protecting and they get scared of the blitz, it's going to work more into your favor, because then instead of having single coverage with the man match, you're going to have double coverage with the man match, and it's going to be harder for them to make the reads. And like I said, and it's fine to see how he just passes the zone off to the deep half, and the deep half would have passed it over to here. So same thing, both sides, just kind of just looking at it, just a simple concept. Just pass it off, and that would have been fine. I'm already in the backfield at this point. He didn't really have anybody to check down. Usually the CPU will check down to the running back, but because I was able to get on the check down, what happens is those techniques start getting the Sam, and the 3 tech get in that time for a double whammy on the quarterback. So it's definitely a nice way to get your interior pass rush involved into the game, and not necessarily always relying on the outside guys. I mean, the outside guys are going to come in sometimes you're going to get your pass rush from the inside, and that's the way the 4-3 is designed. It's not necessarily free for all, just one guy get through all the time. So you really just take advantage of your opportunities. In this case, let's say we crash down, right? Just spread your linebackers, and then just want to find that little sweet spot. So we'll probably go over here, play this guy, pass commit, and look at there. Kind of slow it down for you guys. There's different types of crashes that you can use too. But the main thing is, when you run this defense, you make sure you have that safety drop as your primary, and then you just make sure you have your audibles checked in place. So this is just crashing the D-line down. What that does, it initially just takes that tight end off the left with the Leo, kind of gets a little chip block on him. I mean, had he not even got that, Me user rushing brought that tackle inside instead of him kicking out to play the Leo. Look out, like if he would have rolled out, the Leo is right over there wide open outside of the tight end, kind of rearing him out a little bit. And look at that, just, you can't block it. Make sure you have all the right techniques that you're using. I'm gonna kind of explain a little bit on what I'm looking for as far as techniques on the D-line go. Kind of slow, go back into it. Alright, so what we're looking for is Leo, Sam, 3 tech, 4 tech, and then you have your NT, which is your nose tackle. He can be 1 tech, 2 gap, or he can be 2 tech. It just really depends, but you're really looking for that 1 tech in this 4-3 under defense, and we're going to be using Gerald McCoy for this because you got to be able to rush. You know, like I was using Hankins, but he's not. Hankins is more of a goal line stuffer. You know, if you're using a base defense, you need that nose, that 1 tech, whatever. He needs to be able to kind of generate some kind of buzz on the line, you know. So definitely McCoy, like he can get through, you know. He can take a double team and get through, so that's nice. Your 3 tech's going to be sitting right next to your Leo. He needs to be able to pass rush. You're not really going to get too many double teams on him because of the positioning of the defensive tackle. The nose tackle is really going to force the double team, or the double team is going to go play to the 4 tech if they start slide protecting. So these 2 guys in the middle are definitely going to get some favorable 1v1 sometimes. Usually sometimes the tackle will kick in if you can kind of use your will linebacker in there, force him inside. Usually get your Leo open. Spreading the linebacker, you need make sure your Sam can rush the quarterback, like speed. Sometimes if he does need to engage, he needs to be able to shed a little bit, but really it's just about speed. And as you can see, he kind of forced the tackle to play out a little bit wide, and it allowed Leland Farrell, the 4 tech, to just kind of come in there. So it's really just, you know, knowing what you're looking for as far as techniques go. I'm still going to be working on some of these audibles, but I will definitely be using the Sam Blitz too. I'm going to probably play a couple of games here in a sec. I'm just kind of experimenting. This time, instead of crashing down, I'm going to crash right, and I am going to move my linebackers right. Just kind of get experimental here. I'm going to leave him there and then just see what happens. We got a looping blitz. Look at that. So just different ways to kind of send pressure. Usually people start doing slide protects and stuff. So there's not necessarily one way that you need to send your crashes. You can be experimental a little bit. Like in this case, you crash down. And what I can do is I could just probably come on the inside of this. I actually probably could. I just stopped. Oh man, let me try that again. And I'm probably gonna make some depth chart changes. I might start using like Corey Littleton over here, and then put like Diablo over in that spot. But it's just really just be experimental. Just past a minute. Look at her. So you can really just send this from anywhere. It's not in one specific spot. You can take advantage of any gap. And that's just something I'm working on right now, but would definitely get some more into it. I am going to update some of my audibles, and I'm also going to have to start working on the over plus, but I think I'm going to go ahead and make Corey Littleton my Sam for right now, at least until the roster update. You know, like we're going to have KJ Wright, so I'm definitely going to have to throw him into the mix. But let's get it, fellas. Let's get it. I'm gonna have to make these changes real quick. Just bear with me. Also, it'll just be defensive changes. So let's see. Alright, so I'm gonna change my left end to be furl. Keep our right end as is. Defensive tackle. Just trying to remember exactly how I did it. I think it was Solomon and McCoy. I'm gonna have to go back and retry it. We'll go Solomon, McCoy, Furl, and Hankins. I think that's how I'm gonna do it. Then Sam linebacker. I could probably use Perryman. I mean, he does have the strength to kind of play that position. Let's see if he has any moves. Just bear with me. He's got the high motor. He's a bull rush, and he has the big hitter. So I mean, he could definitely be used in that position. All I'm needing him is to play flats. He's not like super big, you know, super fast or anything. I don't need him to play any drop zones or anything too serious. But just really, you need somebody strong. I mean, he's got 85 strength, so he could probably definitely blow through tight ends with that. Like, there ain't too many tight ends with, you know, 80 plus strength. It's just something to kind of consider. Just kind of go over here and look, because you got Littleton too, you know. Littleton, he's not as big though, but he is a little bit more. Really just something you think about. He's got the awareness. I know that he can like stop outside runs and stuff. So really just, it boils down to that. I could probably use him as like a will or a Mike. I'm not sure. I'm really just waiting on that 53-man update, so I know exactly what I have. It's just like right now we got so many linebackers on the thing. It's like, who do I use? You know. So trying to think how I want to scheme them in. Just bear with me. Sucks we're not gonna have Muse anymore. We're not gonna have Darren Lee. So I mean, I'm fine with that. You know, we'll be okay. Just trying to see how I want to do things. Here's what I'll do. I will start Perryman on the edge. Then we'll start Diablo over here. Get Diablo in special teams. We'll be alright. I think that's it. Then I just gotta go in here and just update the audibles. We'll be good to go. Now the only thing is, I probably might not even get to play a game where I can use my 4-3. Most of the people I play, they stay in trips the whole fucking game. Like, so you know, sometimes you'll catch me in nickel a lot more than, you know, you can't run odd personnel versus, you know, what you're facing. Like, if someone's going to come out in 3 wide receivers the whole game, I wouldn't suggest you come out in the base defense. You got to be able to defend what you're going up against. So definitely kind of do pay attention to what you're going up against, and do not be like some of these guys, bro. They sit in one defense the whole game regardless of what people come out in. Don't be that guy. Because you're not going to like the results. It's not going to be very favorable for you. But let me change my audibles real quick. Really kind of into it a little bit. I wish there was like a buzz match in a base defense, but I don't think there is. I know it has it a lot in nickel defense, but I don't think I've seen a buzz match. And you got palms and shit, but you don't have. You got a pretty regular match. But really, you know, you're not supposed to be like in a buzz match anyway. Like in a 4-3, you only got 2 corners. You know, I mean, you can stress yourself really depending on who your linebacker is. Having him trying to defend a third receiver is not always going to be very nice for you anyway. But save that conversation for another day. We're gonna get the cover 2 in there. I want to try this Mike Santa crash. That might actually be good. But I'll have to really just think about what you got. Execute. Cause see, if I'm doing like a safety drop. I'm trying to remember who the strong safety's on the right. Should be at least. Box safety is the left side safety. Figured out in game. I just want to make sure I at least have that one audible. You know, we can go from there. Let's see. We'll be alright. Like I said, I don't face a lot of people that run base personnel offense, so it's not going to be like completely detrimental if I don't have all the plays that I want. And like I said, I'll probably be running buzz match a lot. Just because, like I said, that's pretty much for the bulk that I play is people just want to stay in trips and trade wide flex and stuff the whole game. So that's why I run buzz match, and you know I usually lock it up pretty efficiently. Try to get them out of it, but you know people spam. They don't. I guess they don't like adjusting. I don't know. But we'll try to see if we can get some in, man. If it's available for us. But sometimes, you know, they might come out in personnels that I'm not comfortable using, I guess, you know. They come out in 12 personnel, fine. I'll come out in a 4-3. Under, I mean. What's up, Big? Just really just depends. Just knowing personnel packages and knowing what defensive matchups you need, and then kind of play around with the coverage. Like if you're playing match coverage, you're fine. It doesn't really matter which one you pick for the most part. You just got to make sure that they're not running like double and triple short routes and then have like a deep route go over the top. That's like the only way you're really going to get exploited. But you can user it and it's not really going to be a problem, you know. But definitely just got to pay attention to what's being used against you, and then you can kind of go from there. Browns are pretty annoying this year, so really kind of want to see how this goes.
This one fielded at the 5.
What? Abram with a splash hit, killed the man. Alright, so he's in I-form slot, so he's in 21 personnel with a little mix on it. So what we can do, it's like we really want to come out in this. Look at her.
And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice.
No gain on the game's first play.
He come out and again.
Second down now. And he got off the end there very quickly to make
do
that
that.
play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just so quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Oh, come on, don't do that. Really, bro? No, that's a dub. Yeah, I really wanted to see how that started looking very good for me, man. Let me double check, make sure how I get a loss. Probably didn't register. Let me back out and go back in. Been having a lot of DC issues lately, man, with this game, bro. I don't know, maybe we need to patch it. I think I took 3 hard losses yesterday on disconnects. And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna stop playing today. Okay, I got the win. That's fine. Let's go back into it. And like I said, if I need to switch Perryman out, I probably will. But I really want to get used to using him, bro. He does have hit power, and he can help stop that run game, which is dramatically overpowered this year because people will fall forward unnecessarily. And you need guys in that box that can hit and got some weight on them. Because if you ain't got no heavy weight in the box, you know, you're going to be drugged, you're going to be dragged, you're going to be grabbing on someone's neck and going for a wild ride. You got to have linebackers, guys. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Stop doing all this trying to get a cheap, easy way to win, putting safeties in there. Nah, bro. You gonna add a strong safety to the box? Match personnel, guys. I try my best to emphasize that to you guys. You got to match personnel. You can't go in there and just play one defense, one formation the whole entire game. You got to pay attention to what you're going up against.
This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work.
We're going to see how this goes. We'll try this again. Yeah, I can't wait for that KJ Wright. Look at this guy. We're going to try this from goal. You know, he want to come out and goal line, fine. We're going to try this.
The 31 now on 1st and 10. And Mostert with a first down carry. Nice carry. Gets his way forward for a pickup of about 6 yards.
The thing about Mostert, bro, he's not really a power back. So if we keep hitting him, he's not going to be able to.
Now 2nd and 4.
Just keep taking hits.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Doing our job. That's all we got to do. Keep hitting them.
They're early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
Keep taking hits. Keep taking hits. Just keep hitting them.
Up there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
See, you got Mostert. He ain't really able to get out like he wants. Now we could probably come out, do it like this.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
Just keep hitting them, bro. He's gonna fatigue.
They thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted.
Keep hitting him. He's gonna get fatigued.
And making sure they didn't get there.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him to
Can't wait till we get KJ, bro. KJ's gonna knock woods. Alright, so now they come out in this tight flex. Show you how to defend this. Go right here.
Always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense.
Just like that, bro. It's just like that.
The others, you said, had a chance to get off the field.
I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that. He's gonna get hit.
Into the hands of his tight end. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space.
You're gonna keep getting hit, baby.
For the completion.
And he'll go down at the 20.
Yes, sir.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Look at there. Boom. Good shit, Perryman.
Won't accomplish much. In fact, officially, he'll only get back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10.
Quick observation, Brandon, because
That's all day, bro.
Game, I'm seeing linebackers playing their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on.
Look at that. Oh!
Or stick something to him between
Almost got it. Almost got it.
And he's going to be out, down inside the 20 at the 15. Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
Oh, look at that defense.
Throw right side is going to be caught by
Nice.
Samuel. And they're going to lose some.
Love this 4-3 under, man.
Being knocked back to the 18.
Surprised I'm actually able to use it against this guy. Most people, there we go. I knew it was just a matter of time before I had to come out and nickel. Can't let me sit in one defense too long and I get happy.
Here's Lance.
Screen.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
Surprised they don't call blocking the back
All the way down at the 3.
like they should.
Passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate. Got the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
For the most part, man, that's pretty much how you want to play. Like, you want to keep him at bay a little bit.
Goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Mostert. And they'll bring him down after.
See, that man's got 8 rushes and he ain't even got 50 yards yet.
And it brings up 2nd and goal.
So he's like epically failing.
Teammate of mine, we used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Look at that.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed.
That's why I like Merrick, bro.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. 3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. They'll run.
Oh, I could have got that. But, y'all see, you know.
End zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert.
We got to earn these.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
I went for a hit stick and I knocked the rubber off the stick.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point.
Fine. I'll put it on later.
And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
I'm not really worried about us losing Muse, man. I don't really use him too much in the game anyway, but it's not something that I'm going to sit there and worry about. Dude never really played it down for us. I mean, he played preseason, but just don't feel like, you know.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
We needed versatility. Oh, no. All right. Let's kind of get in the rhythm of things a little bit.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play action to Drake. Now Carr. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is...
I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it.
And he'll take this
I don't want to be that guy, but
A real field flipper there as all
you got to be able to mix it up sometimes.
first down in the red zone. Carr. Blitz coming and down he goes.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line.
Usually they come out in this. We're going to have to spread them out.
Nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
To try again after the sack. Carr. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Stop spamming, bro.
Another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Jacobs. Nothing doing there. They're
Squeeze in there,
going
JJ.
at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Jacobs again.
There you go.
And he's in.
That's how you run the ball.
Touchdown, Raiders.
Easy.
Josh Jacobs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. So it's the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And
Easy. That's how you run the ball, my friend.
8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-0. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk reward?
You got to get out of that nickel defense, bro. You're not stopping the run in the nickel. I mean, I can't preach it enough. People want to be arrogant.
This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Might mix it up a little bit. We'll see. I'm playing that gun tight.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go
just
over
like
to the
that.
tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better.
Oh, just like that. That's how you run the 4-3.
Jonathan Abram picks it. Second quarter action with 1:59.
That's with the single contain. Y'all see how the single contain just got through untouched? Had to use the quick adjust. I just have to get out of the tendencies of sometimes, you know, trying to switch to the user, but I'm getting better at actually switching with the quick adjust.
On first down, Drake. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Die! Let's go!
Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Get out of that defense, bro. We'll make you look silly.
Quickly to add on to their lead. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right
See
there.
something.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden
Boom.
age of tight ends.
Just gonna leave that man one-on-one. I'm gonna take it.
Winslow, to me, he was a prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
Hope you guys are enjoying this, bro. I might, if it goes well, man, like once I finish my offensive book, starting getting, I mean, I can't do that until the 53-man roster is complete and updated or whatnot, but if everything goes well this year, I might do a 4-3 under, show y'all guys how to run it. Right now, just bits and pieces.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do it.
Look at that. Oh! This man's struggling. 10 rushes, 39 yards. Just shutting Mostert down with the 4-3 under.
Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
And then force him in passing situations. Watch this.
Following the pickup of 4, here here, 2nd and 6. Faking the give to Mostert. Now
Look at that. Look at that. You see how that fucking contain gets around that single contain. Y'all seen that?
First of their timeouts. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here.
Look at that. Look at that containment.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's how you send that containment, boy. Look at that. Max Crosby just came through untouched.
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
That's locked.
Buying time to his left.
Lucky.
To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
We own it. No! Go Mullins! Whoa! Told you, zones ain't broken, guys. You just got to play the right defense for what you're going up against.
But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Just like that. Just like that, fellas. You see what I'm doing? You see what I did? Look at that. Look at that. Y'all see how that contain just comes through untouched? Single contain. That's what y'all guys want to do. Yeah, you want to get good at it.
He's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play
Just like that.
confidence.
You see it?
Borders on arrogance.
He's going to come through untouched.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had.
Good fucking shit, Merrick. I'm liking this 4-3 under this year, man. Loving it.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they'll go for it. Lance. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
We own it.
And it's intercepted.
Boy, I love this 4-3 under, bro. Get off me, bro. Get off me. Man, quit so fast. Now, I didn't need to have the contain all the time. You know what I mean? He wasn't rolling out of the pocket. I usually just started off in contain. Like, he started putting Trey Lance in. So I had to have it in there just in case he tried to take off. You know, and then he just wasn't taking off, so I kind of just let him play the hook curl, kind of take that little quick read away that he was trying to hit up the seam. And definitely, there's just little small defenses that I'd be working on. Again, I know like a few days ago, a few weeks ago, whatever, I did mention that the cover 3 hard flat in the 4-3 under is a must-have. Like, I shit you not. Like, when they start playing close pass formations, like close flex, gun bunch, and stuff like that, you can definitely get some containment free rushes in with the single contain. I'll kind of show you real quick how to set it up. It's not hard. You just gotta be more adept to the user quick adjust as opposed to trying to user on the defender all the time unless they're just quick hiking or whatever. So I'm gonna kind of show you how to set it up real quick so that you guys can definitely have something. Chargers, well, it's the Raiders playbook now. Last year was the Chargers defense. I think like the end of 21 I was running the defense so I could get used to it, but it's still going to take the 53-man roster update for me to really start piecing the players in where I want them and stuff. Right now we just got too much depth, you know, and while it's not necessarily a bad thing, you know, I want to know who I'll have for the season so that I can go ahead and start dialing in on what I want to do as opposed to just feeling like a kid in the candy store, you know, with $100, you know. But we'll get there. We'll get there. But y'all see how I was locking the run game up? Dude had like, how many times did he run the ball, bro? Jesus. Dude tried to goal line cheese me and still couldn't get like 50 yards. I mean, he was like at 33 yards rushing at halftime with like 15 attempts. So definitely 4-3 is gonna be the move this year, especially if you're trying to stop people from sitting there trying to run the ball the entire game. You want them to put the ball in the air, and the 4-3 is versatile. It can get some pass rush in. I'm gonna show you how to set this up. Right now, like I said, he's not super fast, but he can hit, and he can, he's strong enough to where he can shed blocks. So like if they start trying to run stretch or power O or anything like that, you got someone in there that can kind of knock somebody into somebody, and sometimes they might fall behind or get pushed into their fullback and then just fall down. So having someone strong, he doesn't necessarily got to be fast, he don't necessarily got to be able to play sideline to sideline. He has to be strong, he has to be able to shed, he has to be able to tackle. Okay, so definitely make sure your Sam can do that. As far as your Mike and your Will, same thing. Right now I'm content with Morrow. I might switch Morrow over here because Diablo's still a low overall. Until he hits like a 70 something overall, man, he's a little bit tougher to use in competitive regs. Try not to use too many low overalls because of that situation. Like 70s are okay, you don't want too many of them, but other than that, you don't want to have a lot of 60s. But being that he's like the only one, it's fine for right now. But like I said, still waiting for the 53 man roster update so that we can really find out what we need people. I'm going to kind of go ahead and show you guys again how we did this. We'll start with the hard flat defense, and we'll go up against those little tight sets that are annoying as hell. You can do it like bunch, tight, and you just go random play. Alright, now what you're going to do is, the first thing is you're going to pay attention to is the running back. It's going to be the tell to which side you are going to crash your D-line to, okay? So I see the running back over there, and you really want to be able to stop inside zones. Inside zones are annoying as fuck. You don't want to sit there and just be defending that shit all day. So what you're going to do, you're going to crash the D-line to that side. You're going to contain and then re-blitz. Usually what I would do is I would do it from right here. That way, in case they quick height, I'm not going to get stuck on the defensive line. Okay. Now, if it's a mobile quarterback, I will opt to put him in a spy, and I can either user him if I want to user the safety and be more adept on deeper routes. I'll play the mid third and then put him in a curl flat. So I got a Mabel on one side, and then I can kind of do whatever I want with either this guy or this guy as my user. So it just really depends on what I'm trying to take away. In this case, I'd probably play on the cornerback and then just kind of run it as is. And just play, he's going to take a little short route. CPU is going to do that. They're not going to pass deep on this defense. It's fine. But let me show you. Contain, hit left on the D-pad, hit Crosby, re-blitz him. So you have your single contain, you hit right, triangle, spy, just like that. And then right, square, curl flat. Okay? So it should look like that. And just pass the mid. Just kind of play the route. And that's fine. Like if their quarterback isn't really rolling out, I only use the spy adjustment if it's a rollout. Okay? If they're not rolling out, you're fine with the hook. So again, just contain, hit left, square down. We can keep that, and then we can hit right, square, curl flat. You can play it like that, and you can just pass it. And then just stay with the deep route. And you're going to force him, like CPU is going to take the short route every time. We'll slow it down, because users aren't going to be able to make those reads. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to have somebody with a check down route. I don't know why. Like, they may know that they need one, but 9 times out of 10, most people do not have a check down route that they can go to, or bail out route or anything. They're usually looking downfield, and if you look downfield too long, Like, if you see how my Mabel defense is playing, he's not gonna have anything deep. I got the flat route over here, double covered with a curl flat and a hard flat. Got the outside third matched on the corner route. Got the safety over the top, ready to help, and I'm using this outside third, so he's not about to beat me with a corner. You know, sometimes you're gonna have to user those outside thirds because sometimes they play it, sometimes they don't. It just really depends on the spot of the field where you're at. You know, the cover 3 hard flat is a drop defense, so yes, it will have some weaknesses. So definitely pay attention to that. We'll do it again. Contain, hit left left, square down, right right square, left stick, right, like that. Okay. Now if I won, I could probably play this guy tomorrow, and if Farrell goes outside, I could probably just, you know, try to pressure an inside like that. So it's just a lot that you can do, kind of throw people off their algorithm. Take the D line, crash left, contain, hit left left, square down, right right square, left analog stick to the right, just like that. Pass commit, and just pay attention. Boom. Now that was my zone. It's fine. It happens when you blitz, you know, but sometimes you can kind of account for that. If he's not going to go down, you can play the hook curl with the safety, crash the D line to the left, contain, hit left left, square down, right right square, left analog stick to the right, and then we could just send the blitz that way. If I want, just pass commit. But see how the CPU, bro, they when you go on random play, bro, they just start throwing a little quick passes because they get scared. But that's pretty much how you run it. Usually, like I said, if they have a mobile quarterback, that single contain with the quarterback contain, the quarterback spy is definitely a game changer. Like the hard flats, they don't really give up anything. They take those little quick check down routes away. Usually people don't throw it when they see that, and usually that's how you want to do it. I know last year I did it wrong. I was playing like a cover 2, and then I had to make way too many adjustments to defend the hard flat routes, you know. But I was playing a 4-3 over, you know, and I had the Leo or Otto linebacker off on the edge, and, you know, it was getting through. It was fine, but it's just the main thing about it was, you know, I had to do too many adjustments to make it work. And sometimes I would get quick hiked, you know, and then when you're getting quick hiked and dealing with Gunslinger the whole game, bro, you can't sit there and just make 4 or 5 adjustments all the time, you know. So this one's completely fine, but and like I said, you got to get into the habit of using the quick adjust as opposed to individually switching to the defender and trying to make an adjustment, because that's really what's going to kill you. Like, it's better to go ahead and get into the habit now than wait till you're in a game and then be like, oh shit, and then just constantly giving up unnecessary points, you know. But that's how we're running it. If I come into a game and something doesn't work, you know, I can always make adjustments, you know, and switch it up. But I just wanted to show you fellas that y'all seen how it worked in the game. And like I said, not every game will I be able to sit in my 4-3 under. You know, sometimes I'm going to be playing people that sit in trips the whole game. I might not be able to see my 4-3 under. You know, I might be in my big nickel, I might be in wide 9. You know, it just really depends. You know, I run a complete actuality defensive scheme. I don't sit in one play, one defense the entire game unless my opponent's just sitting in something that I know I can beat with. You know, a lot of people that y'all probably watch on streams and stuff, bro, like, and what makes me upset the most about it is, like, I'll try to tell them, I'm like, hey, you know, that's not a wise idea to sit there and do that all game, and then they want to get mad and try to tell you that you're wrong. Like, I'm not saying that, hey, you know, if it works for you, fine, bro. But I'm just saying, you play somebody that has half a brain and sees you in a nickel defense the whole game. You know, don't you think they're gonna adjust? You know, like, don't you think they're gonna come out in heavier sets and start running the ball on you? Always match personnel, guys. Like, don't sit there and go with the propaganda of you need to do this to make. No, don't do that, please. I ain't gonna tell y'all wrong. I ain't gonna steer y'all in the wrong direction. But give me 1 sec, man. I'm trying to fix this damn stick. I hit that hit stick so goddamn hard. I knocked a little rubber padding off of it, and I'm trying to put this shit back on. You don't have to quick on your defender. You just got to get used to the quick adjust, the individual quick adjust. Like, you can be like playing your safety, and the linebackers is going to be right. The D line is going to be left, and the DBs are going to be triangle. Y'all need to make sure y'all memorize that, and then you can individually adjust them from a distance without, you know, risking getting that quick height, because that shit sucks, bro. I can't tell you how many times I got victimized by quick heights, and I think we've all been victimized by quick heights, not just me. It sucks. I almost got this thing on, fellas. I'm so sorry. I think I got it on. Bro, I have never hit the hit stick that hard that the rubber padding fell off the damn stick. It's wild. Alright. I gotta buy me another stick too, because the other stick that I was using, bro, when I dropped it, man, my cat was swatting at a wasp, and in return I got stung by the wasp. I dropped my stick. The headset part that was plugged in, it broke in half. It broke inside of the controller. So while I can use the controller, the voice doesn't work on it. So it's like, well, that's fucked up. So that means I gotta buy another stick for streaming, because this one, it's like the analog. I think I victimized the analog with the hit sticks, but I'll be alright. I can't always guarantee a win. I can just, my main focus is to slow the run down and try to defend the passes the best way possible. You know, it really just depends on what formations they come out in, which will determine what kind of defense I play. Like, I'm not going to sit there, like I said, regardless of who I'm playing, and stay in one defense regardless whatever it is. Alright, so this one might be a situation where I can use that defense that I just used. He's got the Ravens. All you got to do is take Lamar out the game, bro. They're ass. Most people just pick the Ravens just because they want to run with the quarterback. That shit don't work.
That'll be a little too high, as it will skip through the end zone.
Just kind of just sit here and see. Try it. Look at that.
Handoff on the option. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Play action. It's Jackson.
Woo! You're going to get tired, bro.
More for Jackson. And this turns into a nice game.
It's fine.
With a slide at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This pass complete.
Yes, sir.
Finding Andrews.
That's why we got Diablo.
He's tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. They go play action now. Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And brought down, but not before
Well, they just want to kind of slow him down a little bit.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
Run with your quarterback, bro. It's at your own expense.
8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues.
All right, now we got him where we want him.
Created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Now he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out.
That's what happens when you run with your quarterback, bro.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to
I knew it was going to happen. It was just a matter of time.
knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players, knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line.
Now he just plays smart.
Catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space.
All right, so usually right here.
Worked awfully well. Got him not just space,
like this.
but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 30 on 2nd down.
That was a one play.
Not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Like a freight train off the edge. Calais Campbell with a sack.
You guys so lucky.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now Carr. He'll let this go deep.
Got him.
Runs. It's caught inside the 25.
Too easy.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs.
Can't play man coverage on me, bro.
4 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. John Gruden never wanted to play it safe. His guys will go for 2. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player,
Easy.
when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24.
Now stick with what works, fellas. Might change it up a little bit, but
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got
Good
to make
D.
up for that here.
We always hear about empty
see, zones play right.
but some are
As long as you play in the right situation.
possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield, punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way
You're
around.
gonna run with your quarterback.
Back out there, aren't you?
You better be. because
Wear him out, bro. I'm telling you.
Long day for you.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice loose in his head. His head coach and probably his agent too is saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he goes
Free hit sticks.
getting this inside the 25. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jackson on the
Good shit, Perryman.
and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Good shit, Perryman. Let's go. Told you he ain't got to be super fast. He got to get there and block shit. That's all he has to do, man.
Now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after
Get back there with an 80 speed linebacker.
to throw is Jackson. He'll swing this out to
Good D.
Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 20.
That'll take you 3, bro.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Block up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get into his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And Tucker's kick right
Good D.
there. It's good. And they get
2
on the
great
board,
defensive
20
drives.
8-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing,
Using the 4-3 under, bro.
any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will be a return from deep in the end zone.
You really just want to kind of manage what you have here. You don't want to kind of force a quick score and then
Las Vegas offense ready to start
have to play
this next
defense all
drive.
over again.
And for
It's
them
not
to
really
touchdown their last go around,
a situation you want to be on.
And when you start plotting for this drive,
Down here and try to eat some clock.
You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action. Now Carr.
Look at that.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. 20, 10, 5.
So smart.
Is the defense what a nuisance when you look on the other side and they've got a tight end that can run a post route like that.
And you felt the ground shake, didn't you? Oh, you've been all the way up here in this booth. How about when
Good. Take the 2-minute warning away from him. So if he decides he wants to run with Lamar Jackson on his drive, he's going to be experiencing a lot of fatigue. So he's not going to be able to do that to try to cheese his way for like a late second score or something like that. So it's like, again, you know, try to manage the clock. That's what this game's all about this year. And kind of trying to put yourself in predictable circumstances.
Here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And they'll get to him just inside the 15.
Now you really have to decide, does he want to use his timeouts to conserve clock for his offense? Or does he want to save his timeouts for his offense and not have a lot of time, you know? That's really where he's at right now. They want to score, but that's fine.
Foster Moreau from 13 yards out, and the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback.
Got to kind of take that 3 points that he got away. Try my best. Taking that 3 points away.
They find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Carr will look to throw.
That's so cheap.
That's going to wind up incomplete.
Whatever.
Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Still 2 possessions.
Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they try
Kick it a little bit shorter next time.
Like, what the heck, right? Because as you said, even if you miss
All right, cool. We got him in the spread.
Right on schedule.
So now we can play what I like to call right here.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's
There,
NFL.
good shit.
You gotta push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the
Look at there,
opportunity.
locked.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that.
Love playing match coverage, man.
He did a fine job there of not hitting
I know
it
which
before
ones
the
to
ball
call
went
when I
live.
need to
And
call
I'm
them.
gonna tell you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Forced out to his left.
It's fine.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. That's taken in by
I'll give him the
Duvernay.
dink and dunks.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another
Go back.
first down. It will.
Come out and play empty.
Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. First down and more for Jackson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, how? I know
Play
it's a
smart here.
$64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second,
Good tackle.
Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now it's Jackson. This one
Tackle.
caught inside the 10. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Jackson.
We on it.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted.
It's a matter of time.
Done by Casey Hayward. And these guys have got it back at the close.
That's why you don't play match coverage against bunch sets. Just knowing principles, knowing when to use what.
You were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually
Another
thinking
great
points
defensive
about
drive in the
one
red
at
zone.
first. You're thinking kicking a field goal, getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The final shot here before half for Carr.
That's
And
bad.
Reds go deep for Ruggs. Into a double team, and it's
Kind of forced that.
intercepted.
That's my bad.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
Oh. Mainly, like I said, just mix up your play calling.
This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right,
Be fine.
Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
You can't run the whole game with Lamar Jackson when he's down 2 possessions, bro. Like, you get your quarterback fatigue way too easy in this game. And then you're forced to, you know, when you're fatigued as a quarterback, you're not going to be able to throw. I mean, not really, you know, make all the throws that you need to make.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now it's the backup Mariota. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
Good shit, Walls.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't
Like
able
this.
to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, it's Drake.
Oh, yes, sir.
There's a penalty flag will reign
Yes,
against
sir.
That would appear to be
He's
a
got
face
aggressive
mask.
on. So what we're going to do, we're not going to try to break no tackles.
15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting.
Why we need to break tackles for, bro? We got the lead.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10.
We got to just play game, play ball.
Now a handoff for Drake.
I do not need to break tackles. Just go forward.
Down to the 37.
Take this
6
plot.
yards on that last play, and here's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground with Drake.
I'm not gonna fumble it.
Down to the 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because
Hey, we don't need Cam, bro.
at their pace.
And he's not gonna be able to pick up John Gruden's system anyway. You know, like Gruden got an advanced offense, and it's just too much.
First down. That's caught by
Put on the ground.
left side. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get
Really, it's just in a situation where we have the lead, we have 2-possession lead, and the ball. It's really just game over at this point. You know, like it's really no need to sit there and try to run the score up.
First down. It's Drake, and he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Game's over.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing
Like, even if I get down here and just, you know, score
now
a
you get ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But just
field goal, you know, I'm fine.
for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
All right, you got to throw better than that.
Intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete.
Game is over.
1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Carr to throw. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, it's Carr.
Game over.
And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown Vegas.
Way to capitalize.
Now for Derek Carr.
Can't use that 4-4 defense on me, bro. It's not good against the pass.
Right down the field to extend their lead.
No need for me to go for 2, bro. It's a 3-possession game. Yes, sir.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And it's 21-3. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
I want to hit him so bad. Oh, my God. Free hit. Can we get a free hit? Somebody hit him. God damn it.
Just out past the 20 to the 24.
Good play.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said
Oh, the dot.
back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be
tackle.
in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my
You really just try, boys.
This is taken in at
I was just a little bit behind it.
and finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3.
3rd.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the
Oh, good D.
upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line.
And he'll take it into the
I don't know about him trucking Gerald McCoy now. Come on now. Come on now.
2 yards out, and the Ravens are
off the
is
clock.
now an 11-point deficit.
It's still 2 possession game, so all I got to do is just grind the clock down, buddy.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Now we play on Monday night, not this Sunday.
And here comes a
It's coming
return
Monday.
for the middle of the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Carr down to throw. That's complete to his
Okay,
tight
there we go.
end.
Good fucking
He's
first.
taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down Raiders, Carr to Waller. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Right back to Drake.
Not stripping it, bro. I got conservative on. You end up flagging me. I really want to do that.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Astor, you said big 3rd down. I put the word big in capital letters here. And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get
Don't
the
blitz.
3rd down conversion. 21 yards there on 3rd down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up
There's a
first
2-minute
and
warning.
10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Nice blocking goal.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've
Good
ever
run.
talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on
I got conservative on, so I can't juke. But it's fine.
Keep running it out. We've got them now.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On the give, this is Drake.
Let's go, baby. He's just in a bad spot, bro. Like he can't play run defense.
I would agree. That probably does. Barring a miracle, they're in great
I don't need to throw the ball. I don't need to be out there making spectacular runs trying to break tackles. Just turn on conservative. He has aggressive on. He's going to get flagged if he keeps doing it. Not going to give the game away, bro.
On the return, Devin Duvernay.
You got to make clean tackles, Arnett. You can't be out there just doing that. That was nasty.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
Just like that. Y'all see what I did?
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays,
It's not going to work, bro. Running around with your quarterback the whole game.
really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased out left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a desperate.
Oh, we out in front of him. That's this.
That's us.
This is intercepted. Picked off by
No, well, that's how you play match coverage, fellas. Lock it up.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get.
That's another rage quit, fellas. 3 easy and outs. Let me know what y'all think of the 4-3, man. Let me know what y'all think about the man match, bro. We'll get more in depth in it this year. I took some L's, bro, like on some disconnect, man. Fucking Madden on some bullshit, bro. I can't even look at my record. I can go to leaderboards. Like, I win a lot of games. I haven't been able to play a lot of games as much this year. Like, you know, I had COVID and shit, and I just didn't even feel like playing the game. But I don't even think I played like 100 games this year. There we go. Yeah, so I'm like 67 and 39. But those disconnect losses, bro, those suck. I think I took like 15 disconnect losses. So I really didn't even lose that. So I'm like 70 and 15 maybe, give or take. But other than that, man, we're fine, bro. Like, I feel like once we hit that 53-man roster update, and I can get my guys plugged in where I want them and have all the right guys and pieces put in place, that we're only going to go up. You know, it's just a lot that I try to put into my like the defenses that I use. I try to keep like an arsenal of formations versus certain types of teams that I go up against, you know, and I try to learn how I want to use them. Like the single contain adjustment, you know, I might use that in multiple sets. It really depends. Like if they're coming out with a quarterback and all they want to do is run, you know, you just definitely want to make sure that you slow it down. Sometimes you'll play people, man, that sit in tray wide flex and run inside zone the whole game, you know. So it's really just trying to adapt and make sure that you have defensive adjustments for the people that will try to spam those little cheese plays. But appreciate y'all, man, watching and tuning in, man. Like I said, it means a lot to me. I will start uploading to the ebook. I know I only have the what's the word, the sliders right now, but I will start putting in the rest of the tip videos this week before hopefully the roster update hits. And then once the roster update hits, I'm gonna start diving into a couple of the formations that I use. And like I said, the ebook is going to be free, but I would appreciate donations to my Cash App or PayPal. If you want to know what that is and you want to be patronage to me for it, you know, I would greatly appreciate it. You know, y'all help me so that I can help you. All right, but appreciate y'all tuning in and getting the tips that I give. I hope it helps y'all. And as always, man, if you're new to the channel, man, make sure you sub, turn the notification on, man. Make sure you like the video, and we'll definitely get into some more of that 4-3 under probably tomorrow if y'all are interested. All right, peace out.